Crazy Turtle is trying to take on the chicken, guys. Look at this. Crazy Turtle has invaded our beach. He thinks he can take on both Hot Pots and this Shock Blaster. This is going to be very interesting, guys. What do you think is going to happen here? He's about to activate the Hot Pot. And Chicken here, bring you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be getting into some more Blackguard base builder bases. And I wanted to show you guys this little kind of new weird Everspark thing that I guess it's not really new, but it's definitely a little bit different. We lost connection there, chicken. But it's definitely a little bit different. So, okay, I guess we're gonna have to go all the way back into the base builder. But it's a new kind of graphic that Everspark has on her explosive remote thing, and it actually looks really cool. I don't know if the stats are actually any different. Can we actually just go back over into this tab and get right back into it? Hopefully the game doesn't glitch out on us here. So we're not going to touch anything. We're not going to touch anything. Okay, alright. So we got Don't Stop Me Now by Pinnell. And this is an interesting base because I wanted to just kind of let the Zookas walk into all the shock mines and see how that was going to look. But first off, let's clear these mines on the right side. And I can show you what I'm talking about here with Everspark. Now, again, I'm not sure if it actually does any difference on damage. But just look at the graphic of this. Like, how cool is that? It's just like this huge, massive explosion thing. And maybe we can just take out the entire base using this, guys. We're going to have Everspark walking around here. Let's throw a couple bolts of Zookas in behind her. And we'll get a couple medkits on Spark going there. And then Spark with the... her critters are going to help distract these mortars a little bit. And the Zookas are just going to walk out into this base for us and take care of some of these shock mines. So, the idea is here, when you're using the explosive remote, is to make sure you don't use it when the buildings are just about dead, because she'll actually throw it and it won't do anything. So you want to make sure that you're throwing it when, like, either, like, that was a waste right there because that mortar was about to go down. Let's launch out some more Zookas into this this death trap of mines here, guys. Alright, so the critters are actually doing some work for us here. The Zookas have made it into, like, level 1 of these, like, the first row of these shock mines. So maybe we'll throw these Zookas out over here, and I'm not really sure what the best way of going about doing this is, guys. Maybe we should throw some critters onto these mortars here. We can't take too many more shells with Everspark, or she might actually go down. We need to get some Zookas behind Everspark. That would be ideal. So next up, okay, Everspark's gonna go down. So we only have a handful of critters left here, guys. And we have some Zookas, but they seem determined to walk into these shock mines for us. So probably not the best way to take on this base, guys. Maybe we'll actually do a more realistic hit on it in a second. Let's actually do that right now because we are just going to get roasted here. But I just want to show you the new explosive remote thing, and it does look really cool. So, like I said, I don't know if the stats are any different. I never really used the not universal remote, the explosive charge. I never really used it before. There's no point in trying to save my troops here because it works the same as a friendly challenge. But I was going to use the explosive remote on Dr. Terrence today. But since that, I logged in and it was actually Hammerman Defense, so I was like, okay. So I'm thinking the Hammerman Defend Day is going to be perfect for using, for doing some more Hammerman base builder bases. So let's see what we can find here, guys. Let's actually go back and try that same base again. I think we can actually take it down fairly easily with Zookas, so we won't touch anything there. We'll let the game figure out what it wants to do. And okay, so what do we want to do here, guys? We want to open up. Now, this is going to be interesting because we're going to have to open up a massive path of shock mines. And look at, like, this is what I love about these Hammerman bases. Is it's just fun to just look at, like, the crazy amount of mines and stuff. I originally made, when I first tested this out, when we were in Finland, I originally made a shock launcher base, and it was literally all shock mines and shock launchers, and I called it Shocked, but I don't know, it seemed kind of dumb, so I don't think I ended up publishing it or anything. So let's get all the Zookas out like this, guys. Let's get Everspark with her explosive remote in like that. And let's see if we can actually keep these Zookas from getting hit by any of these shock mines here. We're going to try to walk them up this way. Now, the good thing about shock mines is they don't really do any damage unless you're running over like 25 of them in one go. That's what was costing us last time. So these Zookas are determined to not actually listen to the chicken and just kind of get roasted there by all the mortars. But we got some of them into position, so we're going to go like this. And then, yeah, we're just going to sacrifice those Zookas on the left. That's going to be fine, guys. And then we're going to throw out a couple shocks here. And we should be able to two-shot this base just like that. And boom. So, big shout-out to Pinal of the Don't Stop Me Now base, guys. You can find that fairly easily. I think it was just on the top recommended page. So, if you want to try it out, there it is. And yeah, let's dive into a couple more here before we take on the... Actually, let's go ahead, guys, and take on Hammerman Defends event. So, we'll dive into this, and what... Actually, we'll get this all sorted out, and then we'll be right back. We're going to do a little hashtag chicken magic. And boom, we're back. Just like that, guys. With the power of the chicken internet, we have just fast-forwarded into the future here. So, we're going to go with 2 hot pots and a shock blaster. So, I think this should be a pretty good combination here, guys. We have a pretty solid amount of gold, so hopefully we can go ahead and defend all 7 stages of Hammerman today, guys. Alright, so we're going to make very quick work of the first stage. Now, I was thinking of bringing 3 hot pots because obviously that's probably going to be the best combination for Hammerman. Either 3 max level hot pots or 2 hot pots and a dam jump. I know a lot of people like to run like a level 2 hot pot and like a level 1 dam jump or something like that. And they can actually do fairly well if their base is solidly built. But let's just see what we can do here. Obviously, my layout isn't going to have the prototypes right on the beach like that. That's just for the first couple stages to get through this a little bit faster. And how many times, guys, does the chicken have to leave one defenseless like unit going up on this side before he realizes we gotta put some kind of defense there so we don't just get completely trolled here by this one tank that has no health left? No health left, but it's going to take all the chicken's time blasting through this side of the base with nothing to stop it. It's not even going to be able to get to the right side before it just straight up runs out of time. So, wasting time with the chicken, guys. Back. Let's go ahead and give a big shout out to the commenter of the day. That's going to be Amawak, and Amawak is actually another chicken that posts Boom Beach videos. So, I thought that was pretty hilarious. I checked out his channel. He actually does post Boom Beach videos. He doesn't make any chicken noises yet, unfortunately, but stay tuned for Malik, guys. Big Boom Beach player coming onto the scene. Okay, let's just move this rocket launcher over here for the sake of just getting this stages 3 and 4 done a little bit faster, hopefully, guys. So, the riflemen, they're just gonna get roasted by this hot pot. Look, they got like no damage done on that at all. So, that was a pretty easy, quick stage compared to the last one. That's kind of what I was hoping most of them, these early ones, would be like. But anyways, guys, we have Crazy Turtle is trying to take on the chicken, guys. Look at this. Crazy Turtle has invaded our beach. He thinks he can take on both hot pots and this shock blaster. This is gonna be very interesting, guys. What do you think is gonna happen here? He's about to activate the hot pot, and nothing happens because turtles don't actually activate defenses. Anyways, guys, let's dive into stage 4 here. We'll get Crazy Turtle off our beach. We'll just get him roasted with these hot pots and the shock blaster, guys. And okay, so we're making pretty good work here. The Grens should be able to take out that one hot pot with the Zookas in behind them. That's gonna be a pretty good mix. But they're if they even make it to the mines, they're just gonna get roasted here in a second. So fairly easy thus far. Fairly easy, guys. And I know most people say they're able to take down stage 1 through 7 without ice, just because we have 3 prototypes now, which we've had for a long time. It's not like there's anything new or anything, but it's nice that Hammerman Defense is actually like able to be done by everybody. Like, you don't just have to have ice for it or whatever, which is kind of nice. And if you notice, guys, there's actually a new kind of graphic for the Hammerman Defends boat thing that shows up now, so that's pretty neat, I guess. It's definitely something. It's definitely something. So there goes stage 5, I believe, right? Surely that wasn't stage 6. Yeah, okay. So you see this right here, guys. That's a new Hammerman graphic that we have. So that is definitely pretty neat. So let's go ahead now. So stage 6 is probably going to be a little bit dicier. So let's throw our shock blaster right up at the front like this, guys. Let's throw one of the hot pots in the back, and let's throw one of the hot pots right up front here where this mortar is. And let's throw this mortar back here, and then let's bring... Okay, we already brought that one over. So I'm thinking this is the layout to win it for today, guys. We have a bunch of riflemen coming in. We got some tanks. We got some warriors. The warriors are going to do absolutely nothing. Watch these ones as they just run across these mines and get just completely obliterated. The Grens are going to slowly make their way around the right, but that's going to be fine because we're going to be able to take off. The whole idea of this base is just to split his defenses into two groups. You deal with one side while the other one makes their way around, and by the time the right side gets there, we pretty well have the left side taken out completely. Okay, so the Grens are going to get some work done, man. We did not calculate that in properly, so maybe we'll have to do something to get these Grens out of the way a little faster. Let's actually throw this shock blaster and this rocket up over here. And since this hot pot did absolutely nothing for us, let's launch it onto the beach and see if that's going to be a good position for it. So we'll try that out, guys. Kind of an unorthodox setup, but I mean, the chickens usually are for the most part anyways, guys. So we're going to deal with these warriors. Okay, they're going to take the hot pot. I was not expecting that. Oh my god, that one friggin' fleet of warriors just took out all my 3 defenses that I put down. So we're going to get absolutely ransacked on this one, guys. Holy jeez. I was not expecting that at all, so we're going to go down here very, very quickly, but we can reset up that, because that was clearly not the play to make. Those warriors did work on that hot pot, which I was not expecting. So how do we do this, chicken? How do we do this? Let's put the shock blaster back here. Let's put the rocket in over here. And we seem to be getting wasted by these Grens coming up on the right side. Eh? That seems to be the problem. So maybe we'll move the sniper tower over here a little bit. Maybe we'll move this over here. And let's throw this flamethrower right up over here, guys. Is what the chicken is thinking. And what do we want to do next? Let's move this hot pot right in, kind of beside this other one. So we're gonna get a massive amount of splash damage right there. And then let's move this machine gun right over here so it can just touch up any warriors that happen to get through. So maybe we can make some adjustments on the fly here and get this going down like this, guys. So we got the warriors coming up. This time they're both going to get completely wasted without taking out a single defense. Next we have the Grens coming up here. Now the important thing here is that the hot pot's not actually taking any damage just yet. It is going to start now. But I think we have things in a little bit better position. They're both going to come up at the same time as those riflemen and tanks. So we're going to get a good chunk of the defenses down just right there. And then we have this, we got this Grenadier Rifleman fleet coming in on the right here. I think this is too much for us today, guys. I think it's too much for us today. So obviously I got to rework my base a little bit because we're losing on stage 6, which is kind of embarrassing. But yeah, that's basically going to wrap it up for the video today, I guess, guys. So make sure to let me know down in the comments how much better your base is than mine, because I'm sure we're going to get a lot of chicken. You suck at defense, and you should be taking out all the stages of Hammerman, which is fair. So yeah, make sure to let me know down in the comments your favorite prototype setup for Hammerman, and also what you think of the new the new look of explosive charges, guys. It does some pretty good damage, so I don't know. It's definitely something. I need to play around with it a little bit more, I think, to kind of see like the extent of what it can do. So let me know all that down in the comments, guys. That's gonna wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Chicken out.